Hey guys, today I'm here with the N-Fab cab length RKR side step bars fitting all 2018 four-door JL Wranglers. So when you lift your Jeep, getting in and out can become a challenge if you don't have a side step to help you out, and especially if you're vertically challenged like I am. These N-Fab side steps are going to be a perfect option to help you get in and out of your Jeep very easily, and they're also going to double as some underbody and side body protection for whenever you're going out on the trails. So this is really going to be for the JL owner that's looking for the best of both worlds. So I usually wouldn't recommend this kind of side step to the avid off-roader because this does hang a little bit low and has the potential to get hung up on rocks or other obstacles while you're crawling. However, with this particular step bar, you can take those off with a couple of hand tools in the matter of minutes. I also would like to mention that this is mounted to the pinch weld and the underbody and not to the actual body mounts. So these won't be able to take some crazy abuse. However, these will still be very solid and rigid and hold up to whatever you throw at them. So at the moment, these are going to be listed on the page for about $500, and I personally think that that's a reasonable price considering this doubles as a rock slider and a side step. Other less expensive options on the page that you may be seeing will be for some more basic options like just the rail by itself with no stepping surface, or something that has a fixed or a welded drop down step. Personally, I think that these are a pretty good price for what these are, and they even come with a limited lifetime warranty to keep a little bit of peace of mind. So install is going to be a very easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You're going to need a couple of hand tools to get the job done, and it shouldn't take you any longer from a half hour to an hour. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for my install today were an impact wrench, a pair of safety glasses, a 19mm and a 13mm open-ended wrench, a 3/8 inch drive ratchet, a 1/4 inch drive ratchet, a 19mm shallow socket, a 13mm, 12mm, and 10mm deep socket. So we're going to be spending most of our time underneath the Jeep, so I would recommend for the first couple of steps that you grab a creeper or something comfortable to lay on. You're also going to need a 13mm deep socket and a 10mm deep socket, as well as a ratchet or an impact wrench. So our first step is to remove these 10mm nuts that are on the studs on our pinch weld. There's going to be 2 on either side of each body mount, so there will be 6 in total. I'm using a 10mm deep socket and a 1/4 inch drive ratchet since it is smaller to get that off. Since these are fairly new bolts, since the JL is newer, then they will be pretty easy to get off. So after you remove the nuts on the back of the pinch weld here, we do need to remove the bolts that are holding in 3 of these body mounts. They are going to be a 13mm bolt. I'm using a 13mm deep socket and impact wrench to get those off, and I'm starting with the front one and moving my way down, and I'm going to leave the middle one for last so we can balance everything and get everything off. After those 9 bolts are out, we can remove our side step. So just like your stock side step, you are getting full wheel-to-wheel coverage with your new N-Fab step rail. So this is made of a plastic material that we obviously know that can break and get pretty damaged when we're out on the trail if it does take a beating. However, with the new N-Fab side step, you are getting a lot more of a durable construction, and it's going to be able to take a beating off-road. So this is made of welded steel tubing that's 1 3/4 inch thick. It's going to have a textured black powder coat finish on it to resist any surface damage, any chipping on the paint. It's going to resist any rust or corrosion on the metal, and it's really going to give you a sleek and off-road look overall. So the mounting points on the new side step are the same exact mounting points on this. Just as easy as this was to take off is the new one to put on. You also get 2 mounting points on each side rail for a side step. You get 4 side steps with this package, and this is going to be perfect if you need a drop-down side step for easy access inside of the Jeep, and whenever you want to hit the trail and don't want this in the way to get hung up on any obstacles, you can easily take the 2 bolts out and take this right off and still have the same protection. This is also going to provide a large stepping surface to easily get into your Jeep, and you're going to have a bunch of dimples on the front to allow water to drain through and not become slippery, and it's just going to provide you a whole ton of traction when you're getting into the Jeep. You also have a couple cutouts on the sides and a bar here for some extra styling as well as some extra reinforcement. So now we can bolt up our new side step and get our steps installed. So now our next step after our side step is bolted up is to bolt up our steps. So you're going to take the provided bolt and bolt it up facing the inside of the step here. You're going to do that with both sides. So once that is sitting there, we can attach our nuts. Now you can take a 19mm box wrench and a 19mm socket and a ratchet and just tighten those down. And you're going to repeat the process for the back step and then on the other side as well. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install on the N-Fab cab length RKR side step bars fitting all 2018 4-door JL Wranglers. For more videos like this, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.